I'm going to show you how to complete the problem from your math book from page 42. Here's what it looks like. Okay, so your brother is going away to college, so you no longer have to share a bedroom. You decide to redecorate a wall by hanging 2 new posters on the wall. There's the posters. The wall is 14 feet wide, and each poster is 4 feet wide. You want to place the posters on the wall so that the distance from the edge of each poster to the nearest edge of the wall is the same as the distance between the posters, shown in the diagram below. Determine that distance. Okay, so they want you to figure out what this distance is. And basically what it's stated in this paragraph right here, it says that it's the same distance. So this is the same as this length, which is the same as this length. So I'm going to go ahead and examine this picture just a little bit better. I see that all the units are in feet, so that makes it much easier for me when they're all in the same units, because that's the goal. That's the goal. You want to make sure that you maintain everything in the same units. Otherwise, you're going to have to do some conversions. So when it starts out that way, it's really nice. They want us to determine the distance. So that's what we don't know. I know they don't have it in a question mark because they want you to do that. They're not saying, hey, what's the distance? So that's another way to know what to look for, okay? It says determine that distance. So we don't know that distance, so that's going to be our variable. D stands for the distance, and I don't care what variable you use. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and label that in my picture because it's going to help me. D, that's the distance, distance, and distance. And they really don't give us much more information than what's labeled right here. So since we're supposed to determine that distance, I'm going to keep that a variable, but look at all this information they give us in this picture that we extracted from this paragraph. So this distance plus this distance, this length plus this distance plus this length plus this distance, this whole entire length right there is equal to 14 feet. So that helps us build our equation. So that distance plus this one right here is 4 feet, plus this right here is, we don't know, plus this one right here, which is 4 feet, plus this right here, which is something we don't know. That whole distance, when you add their sum together, is going to equal 14. Okay, so that's the equation that we need to go ahead and solve, because we need to figure out what the value of D is. And it's just like you've always done. We can't build it yet because we definitely have to simplify. I have a D here, a plus D, and another plus D. So D plus D plus D is 3D. Okay, and I have a positive 4 here, constant, another constant. So 4 plus 4 is 8. And bring down your equal sign and bring down 14. Now that it's been simplified and you have just a term with a variable on one side of the equal sign, now you can go ahead and build it. So start with D. We multiplied it by 3. After that, we added 8. Inverse operation of adding 8 is to subtract 8. So you're going to do that to both sides of that equal sign. 8 take away 8 is 0. 14 take away 8 is 6. Bring down your equal sign and bring down your 3 times D. Okay, now that you've simplified it down there, go back up. Inverse operation of timesing by 3 is to divide by 3. And you're going to do that to both sides of that equal sign. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 1 times D is 1D or D. And then 6 divided by 3 is 2. So that distance right there is 2 feet. Okay? So that's 2 feet, 2 feet, 2 feet. And to help verify this answer, 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 2 more is 8, plus 2 more is 10, plus 4 more is 14, and that gives us the total wall length, okay? All right, now come down to the second problem. Your parents are redecorating the dining room and want to place 2 rectangular wall sconce lights that are 25 inches wide along a 10 2/3 foot wall, so that the distance between the lights and the distances from each light to the nearest edge of the wall are all the same. Design the wall and determine the distance. Okay, so the first step that I did in the previous problem is I first checked out all the units, and unfortunately they're not all in the same units. I see I have inches here, and then I have feet up here. So for me, I can go ahead and convert the inches to feet if I wanted to, or I can convert the feet to inches. Either way is going to work. What comes to mind right off the bat in my brain is I know to convert feet to inches, I need to multiply it by 12. Okay, so I need to go 10 2/3 times 12. Well, I have a mixed number here, and I mean, just my personal preference, I don't like multiplying mixed numbers times whole numbers so much because I don't know, it's more challenging for me. So I'm going to make it into a more friendly looking number, and I'm going to turn this mixed number into an improper fraction. And to do that, I'm going to go 3 times 10, which is 30. 30 plus 2 is 32. And keep that same denominator. So 32/3 feet. Okay? So that's what this right here is, but it's still in feet, and I want to make it in inches. So now I got to multiply it by 12. Okay? So 32 times 12 is 384, and 3 times 1 is 3. Okay? And if I went 384 divided by 3, that's actually 128 inches. So this right here is actually 128 inches. Now everything's in inches, and now it's much easier. Okay, and again, they want us to determine that distance right here. And I'm going to use the variable of d, so don't forget to define the variable. So similar to the above problem, we're going to go ahead and set up an equation. So d plus this length right here is 25 inches plus d plus 25 inches plus d in inches is equal to, let's put it in inches, 128 inches, okay? From here, you just simplify it. So d plus d plus d is 3d. And then you got a plus 25 and a plus 25, which is a positive 50. That says 3d. And that's going to equal 128. Okay, now that we got a variable over here on one side, then we just build it. Started with d. Sorry, that is a d. I need to work on my letters. Then we multiplied it by 3, and then we added 50. So inverse operation of adding 50 is to subtract 50, and you're going to do that to both sides of that equal sign. Okay? 50 take away 50 is 0. 128 take away 50 is 78. Bring down your equal sign, bring down your 3 times d. Okay, let's go on back up. Inverse operation times by 3 is to divide by 3. So that's what you can do to both sides. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 1 times d is just d. 78 divided by 3 is 26. And remember, that's all in inches. So that distance right here is 26 inches. Okay, and to double check your answer, you can go 26 inches plus 25 inches plus 26 inches plus 25 inches plus 26 inches, and that should equal 128 inches. Okay, bye.